In that video, I will give you an overview on how to use Pxier event. I am right now under Event Planner. This is the list of all of the events booked in your facility. Right now, I am on the weekly view. It's also possible to have a daily view or a monthly view. You can switch back and forth between the different views. You can use the calendar on the right side to go in the past or in the future to add or check every event. The color code are based on the contract statuses. The contract status will be configured by my account setup team. We can configure as many contract status as you need, and we will use the color code that you would like to use. If I am selecting one specific contract status, I will display only the contract under that status. The system can manage merge all. The system can allow or not double booking at the contract status level or at the all level. To be able to create a contract, you can click on the date and the all you would like to book, or you can just click on add a contract. Based on your requirement, you will have or not all of these menus. Most of them will be available, but for example, on the bedroom side, you need to have a PMS and we need to have the integration with it. So for the tabs you don't need, we can hide them. The first thing that you need to do when you are creating a contract is to assign a customer. You can type the first letter of the first name, family name, or the company to retrieve the customer profile from your Pxier account. So if your customer is already in the system, you will have the information and you just need to click on the arrow to assign your customer to the contract. If the customer is not in your software system already, you can add it by clicking on Manage. This is your customer profile. In the account, you can decide which fields are mandatory or not. We will also set some information for you. For example, we will set your customer type. The customer type will help you to see who are doing event in your facility, but it's also possible to give some discount at some customer type level. For example, you have VIP customer and you want to give a discount of 15% of the F&B, it's possible to set it in the account. We can set the customer source as well as the industry. You don't have to use all of these fields. You can start with the customer type and add the other field in the future if this is something that you want. For every customer, you can have multiple contacts assigned to them. The system will give you an overview of that customer, how much money that customer brought to your business. So the system will give you the number of contract as well as the amount. You will be able to retrieve all the contract that the customer did with you, and you can filter by date, by contract status, and the system will display. You can add more field. You can keep some attachments, some file that you want to keep in the customer profile. You can upload them there. You can add some notes on the customer, and on the audit tab, you will see every changes in the customer profile. You will see who did the change, the date and the time, and this is a change of value. You will see the old value and the new value. So you have your customer. We will set the contract status. You will be able to update the status, during the journey of the customer with you. It's also possible when you have a cancellation to set some cancellation reason. You can select them and you will be able to print some report. The system will allow you to have multiple policy remarks. So that legal terms going to be printed on the contract. So I have my customer, my contract status, and my policy remarks, and I will switch to my event tab. This is where I'm going to go and book my venue. So I have the list of the venue. As I said at the beginning, the system will allow or not double booking based on the configuration of the account. We'll select the date. What time is my event? The event type or a configuration in the account, we will set the event type that you need. We will also set your setup style in the account. The system can manage the capacity of all based on the contract, the setup style. So for example, in the all room, I have a min of 5 and max of 50 in classroom. And if I want to add, a 60 guests, the system can block you, or it can be a warning on the screen, or the system, we can decide to do not manage the capacity. The system can have different prices set for a room. So for example, weekdays, weekend, evening, so you can have different prices and you will be able to select from your database, but you can also enter a price manually. So why you click on save, your venue is now booked. So if we are going on November 28th on my planning, and I am going to see my room, Rome, I have my booking here. Yes, I do have another event same time. This is because on my demo account, I am allowing to have double reservation. If you do not allow double booking, you will have only one event. And if you want to add a second event, the system will block you. You will be able to go and edit the information inside the contract. So if I am going back on my event tab, it's possible to add as many reservations as you need for the same day, for another day. There is no problem. You will be able to create as many reservations as you need. It's also possible to copy an event. So you have your first event on November 28th, and you can copy. You have the information here and you want to copy for 2 more days, you can copy some section of your contract and create recurring reservations. So you have the 21, 29, and the 30th of November booked. Yes, you copied, but you will be able to edit one by one the event though. So this is not because you copied that you won't be able to change one event. The system can allow you to create some tasks, so you can create some tasks in your account. You can decide when the task has to be completed and the time and when you update. And if you have some user set in the account, so your team member, you will be able to assign to some of your colleagues. So right now, Matteo will receive a notification telling him he has to go and clean up the room. The system will allow you to create also some timeline. This is a very detail of the event. This is a step-by-step. You can have different templates set in the account. Right now, this is a template for a wedding. So you have your template, and after that, you can change the sort order. So it's a drag and drop. So you will be able, to change the sort order. You will be able to remove some section. You can change the text, add some comments. You can say at what time that has to happen. Also, you can decide who's going to see the information. Will it be only on the function sheet for your team, only on the contract for the customer, or on both documents? You will also be able to add some packages. So when you click on package, you will see the list of all available package. When I am clicking on package, the system will display the price of the package and the quantity. I will be able to change the information, and I will be able also to add a multiple package for a single event, and I will be able to add a package for multiple events at the same time. When I have a package who is added to a reservation, I will have the name of the package displayed just right here, and my button is turning green. If I am clicking on the other event, my button is still blue because I don't have package. Under F&B, so I am going on my event where I added my package. So you will have the name of the package and you will have the item that you added by adding the package. You can see the price is listed at 0 because the price is at the package level and not at the item level. It's also possible to add some a la carte items. So if you are clicking on copy from master, this is all the FNB set in your account. You can retrieve an item by typing the name. So if I want to have a salad, I have the list, or I can retrieve by category. If I want to see my breakfast, this is the list of my breakfast, and I can just go select the event I want to add my breakfast. You can add on multiple events same time, and it's also possible to create a custom package from that screen. When I copy to the event, I am now having my a la carte items on my event. So the difference between items coming from a package and a la carte, we can make a difference pretty easily. You have the name of the package here and you don't have price, and here you don't have package name and you have the unit price. Every information you will be able to edit. So if you want to have a different quantity and you want to change the price, it's possible. It's also possible to set the time when that food has to be served. So the information can be printed on the different document. When you have a selection to make, so if I have a selection to make here in my appetizer, this is the list of my appetizer, and I can delete the selection or I can keep the selection, the easiest way for you. You can add also some information. So if the customer would like to have some nuts, you can add and it's going to be displayed on the different document. It's also possible to print a seated menu. This is going to be all the menu are going to be served for the event. It's also possible to have some description. So you can always use the HTML editor and you can change some text. And if you want to highlight in color, add some color in the text, it's possible. Every item you will be able, to do group action. So if you want to copy from an event to another one, if you want to move from an event to another one, you will be able, and now the items are now removed and added to the first event. It's also possible to add some comments. It's mostly used, for allergy, so it's going to be in the theme in the kitchen. I will just add it here and I will highlight it pink. So that information is going to be on the contract and on the function sheet. And the services, this is all items coming from the inventory. The system can manage your inventory, so you can have a quantity and allow or not a negative quantity. Is it only a warning? So you have multiple selection for every item. So because the items are coming from the package, I have the name of the package and the item, and the price is listed at 0. You will also be able to add other service. It's a drag and drop, so you can drag or you can just click on it, so it's going to be added to the event. It's also possible to change the price and the information just right here. We do have a floor layout. So all floor layout needs to be created at first, and you will be able to add some layout, and that layout can be printed on the function sheet or on the proposal. It can be both document as well. So right now you have your proposal, your contract, your function sheet, and your invoices are now ready. If I am going back on the contract tab, the proposal is a custom HTML document that we are creating with you. So we do not have two templates who are same because we are using your pictures and your text. So you have some pictures, some text, you have the description of the event, and the customer can just go and e-sign. When the customer is ready, you have the contract who is opening on the screen with all the information about the event and the legal terms just right here. On that template, I have many places that I need to add my initial, but if you want to keep only the signature at the end, this is possible as well. The customer will be able to select a style, draw their signature, or upload. When I click on finish, the customer will receive the contract who is now signed. They will be able to print it, and on your side you will receive a notification, and on the e-sign button you will be able to just go and see the signed document. As I said, the proposal is a full custom document, so I am on the same event. It's just the display who is different, so I have the same amount who going to be displayed. On the contract, you will be able to go and print the contract and send it like that too if you want to the customer. We do have different templates of contract. You will see, the information that you added on the menu, and you will have the legal terms that you selected. Every single document can be sent through Pxier, so you can have different templates already created. So if I am clicking on that one, I will be able to go and edit the information, and I will be able to send that email to the customer. Every email sent from Pxier will be captured, and you will have the information who sent the email, the date and the time, and what email did you send. So if I am going back on my planning, I will go on November 24, and I have my different, I will go on the 28th on Rome. I have my reservation that I confirm, by changing my status. If I am going back here, I can see that my e-sign document is now in green because the customer signed. It's also possible to change the contract status from proposal to confirm when the customer is e-signing the document. So I didn't have to do it manually. The system did it by itself. This is a configuration. If you do not want the system to update the contract status when the customer e-sign, this is possible. It's also possible to have a setting that you need to have at least a payment to be able to confirm the contract. So many configuration can be done through the system. On the payment tab, you will have, I will just here and come back, go on event on the 28th. Perfect. I have my invoice, and we can handle any currency, and the invoice can be printed. We do have different invoice template. We also have some integration with some credit card companies, so the customer would be able to pay online if you are using a company that we are integration with. If you don't have, this is okay as well. You can create your payment type, and for example, you receive a deposit of $1,000. You can update manually, and you will have the information just right here. So the system will capture every payment made. You can send the invoice to the customer by email. The system can create automatically some installment. So, for example, you have a customer and you have 4 payments, 20% at the signature, 40% 1 month before the event, another 30% 2 weeks before the event and the balance after, it's possible. So the system can compute the date and the amount the customer will have to pay, and that information can be printed on the different document. It's also possible to do it manually. So you can decide, and you can just enter a percentage, or you can enter an amount. And this information, as I said, can be printed on the different document. You can manage some bill, create a percentage of the invoice or split by a number of packs, and you can give some discount, and the discount can be in percentage or in amount. You can have some files, so you can download some file in the contract. On the BO, this is your function sheet. The BO will be available for your team. We do have different template. That one is having a price, and I can just remove the price for that template from the screen. So I have all the information based on the event. I have my floor plan that I added previously, and your team will know what they need to get ready. It's possible to have some notes or comments for your team, so this field, except the final one, can be renamed, and you can create some templates. So I will go and click my general information. The system go into database, and this is now the information configure for that, and you can add a few comments pretty quickly on the BO. The BO can be sent by email, and it's also possible to see the BO from the browser. So you can have an URL link, and the team can access the function sheet from a tablet or a computer. You can set some manual or automatic reminders, and the customer can also be included in the reminders. The system is having a complete CRM to create your lead, to assign some task, and your team will be able to see all the tasks. We do have a customer feedback module, so you can send the feedback directly from the account, and you will be able to see the answers of the customer. Also, the system will give you a summary of the answer. We do have a lot of more feature available that we can discuss during a call.